Hi, and welcome to Watchmen on the Pod. Today we're going to continue our reading in Heroes of the Bible, a devotional by Joshua Cooley. It's 90 days, and we're just plugging away day by day. Now, day 34. But as always, let's go back to battle plan of day 33. Make a list of things you like best. It can be gifts, or activities, or compliments you enjoy. Now give those things to a friend or a sibling. It's a great way to love that person as yourself. Alright, new hero today. The hero who rose from shepherd to king. Any guesses, any guesses? It is David. Day 34, a true hero for God, is more concerned with his heart than his outward appearance. Hero's tale. Israel needed a king. Saul, the nation's first monarch, looked good at the start. He was tall, handsome, and strong, and he led Israel to many military victories. But Saul continually disobeyed God, so God rejected him. God sent the prophet Samuel to Bethlehem to pick a new king from the 8 sons of a man named Jesse. See 1 Samuel 16. One by one, Jesse's 7 oldest sons passed before Samuel. He was particularly impressed with Eliab, I don't know, the firstborn who had a kingly look, but God said no to Eliab and all the rest too. Finally, Samuel asked Jesse if he had any other sons. The youngest, Jesse said. He's watching the sheep. Bring him, Samuel commanded, so Jesse sent for young David. But how could David be God's chosen king? To the human eye, he wasn't special. He was the youngest brother in a culture that heavily favored the oldest. He was only a shepherd, a dirty, lowly profession, and he wasn't even important enough to be initially invited to Samuel's king-picking party. But when David arrived, God told Samuel, "Anoint him. This is the one." While no one else saw value in David, God saw his heart. It was a heart that trusted God. Message from the headquarters. But the Lord said to Samuel, "Don't judge by his appearance or height, for I have rejected him." The Lord doesn't see things the way you see them. People judge by outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16 and verse 7. Decoding the message. Did you know that Americans spend about $20 billion on cosmetic products, $33 billion on dietary products, and $300 million on cosmetic surgery each year? That's a lot of money to look good. There's nothing wrong with wanting to look nice. After all, no one wants to be around a slob. But God cares about something far more important than outward appearance. He is most concerned with our hearts. That's why God rejected Saul as king and chose David. Saul's heart was self-centered and sinful. But David was a man after God's own heart. See 1 Samuel 13:14. In other words, David had a heart that cared about others and wanted to obey God. That kind of heart pleases God. May God help you care less about your outward appearance and more about your heart. Battle plan. Make sure you spend more time reading God's Word and praying each morning that you spend in front of the mirror. Gospel connection. As sinners, we need Jesus' help to make us people after God's own heart. Through our faith in Jesus' sacrificial death on the cross for us, God will forgive us and transform our hearts to obey Him. And that is the end of day 34.